Before we get started on our activity for today, I wanted to show you guys that I stopped by Peekadoodle. I watered all of the plants at Peekadoodle in everyone's classrooms, and look at this kale plant, you guys. It got so tall. Looks delicious. And then this other plant got really big and really green too, so that was really nice to see. Now when I went into our classroom, oh wait, there's one more. There's that beautiful flower that grew out of nowhere in the garden. Our classroom plant looked a little bit sad, but I made sure I gave it a lot of love. And then the plant that Vesper gave us looks great. Very green, very beautiful. Okay, before we get started on this activity, I made sure I had all of my materials. I have color pencils, scissors. I have a black marker to help me. You guys can use pencil. I have tape. And then I went around my house to look for different things like a candle. I have another candle holder. This is just a small black box. And, oh, do you guys remember I told you about the elephant I had at my house? There's the elephant. And then I grabbed a plant and another candle. Now, keep in mind, you guys probably have different things at your house. You guys can use water bottles, tissue boxes, plates, bowls, cups, whatever it is that you guys can find. Now, you guys are probably thinking, what is this crazy lady doing? Well, let's get started. So, first, I'm going to write the word. Oh, there's Chase. Did you guys see him? The word town. That starts with the letter T. T. O. W. N. Town. So today I decided to make a town with you guys. Now I want you guys to think of the different things you want in your town. I just thought about the different things that I already see in my town. So I started by drawing a square on my paper. And then I added a gate. Now let's see if you guys can guess what I'm drawing. There's a gate, and then there's a little window on the side. And on top of the window, oh wait, I might draw Miss Erica. There's Miss Erica. There's her hair, her eyes, her smile. There's Miss Erica. And then I drew myself. Can you guys guess what Miss Erica and I are going right now? There's someone there at the window. And we are actually going, oh, up there it says Tickets. That says tickets. So we are actually at the San Francisco, so I put SF for short, Zoo, Z-O-O, the SF Zoo. And then I started to color it. Colored it orange. I haven't been to the zoo in a very long time, guys, so I don't remember what color it actually is. But remember, this town is whatever I want it to be, so my zoo is going to be red. Okay, this part I'm just coloring the zoo and making it whatever color I want it to be, and then I'm starting to think of different ideas that of other things that I want in my town. Maybe you guys can come up with your own different buildings that you can make. And here I am, still coloring. There's Chase again. Then I colored my door brown and that color on almost ran away, but then I colored the sign blue. After I finish coloring, I pick up my scissors and I cut on the black line to make my very first building. I want you guys to pay attention how I'm holding my paper, and when I cut, I stop at the corner and then I swing my paper around to make it easier for me to cut. Do you guys see how my paper is rotating as I'm cutting? Uh-oh, I think I cut my leg off. It's okay. So then I put all of the paper that I didn't use to the side because I might use it later. Don't want to waste paper. So then I was going to put the zoo on this candle, but then it was too short, so I decided to put it on the white candle. And there is my first building in my town, the SF Zoo. Okay, for my next building, I decided to make it can you guys guess who that is? I'll give you a clue. It's pretty delicious. There's the door. I made a triangle for the bottom, and then I just filled it with half circles to make an ice cream cone. Yes, it is the ice cream store. And I started spelling the name. It's the THE ice cream, ICECREAM store. Oh wait, I named it shop. SHOP, the ice cream shop. SHOP. I added some windows, and then I started to color. The first thing that I wanted to color was my ice cream, so I put chocolate at the bottom of the other one too, and then I did strawberry and more strawberry, and then at the very top I did banana flavor. I know that sounds a little crazy, guys, but I like the yellow on the top. And then for my sign, I wanted to do a rainbow, so this is the rainbow ice cream shop maybe. So I started with red, and then orange, and then yellow, and then green, and then blue, after that I took the green and I colored in my doors. I decided to leave the ice cream shop white, so it's a white building, and I took the scissors and then I started to cut on the black line. Again, pay attention to how I stop at the corner, and then I cut, and then I stop, and then I cut again. But I'm flipping my page around as I cut, so it helps me cut on the line better. So then I put more tape on that one, and then I put the ice cream shop on that candle holder. There it is. I wanted to put it next to the zoo, so I switched my town around, and then my zoo fell. And then I realized that that piece of tape wasn't really working. It wasn't sticky enough, so I grabbed a new piece of tape and I put it back on there. So I have my zoo next to the ice cream shop, and that's the second building. Now I moved that paper that I just used, and then I looked at it and I said, oh, wait a second, I could use this for another building. So I cut 2 pieces out of that and put some pieces to the side, and I used one of those pieces and just added windows to it. The windows, I added it by just putting squares inside of the building. There's Chase again. Squares and a door. And I started to color it. Decided to make it a brick building. The way that I made it a brick building, I just colored brown. And then I added smaller squares to make it kind of look like bricks. And then I realized that I forgot to put the name on there, so I grabbed my black marker and I added a small rectangle at the top. And you're never gonna guess what this place is. It's a library. So library is spelled L-I-B-R-A-R-Y, library. And I put green windows on there. And yellow door. And this library was ready to go up. And the library, I put the library on the elephant. Alright, now that the library is set up by the elephant, I took the marker again for my very last building, and I decided to make Peekadoodle for you guys. Now, I couldn't really remember what it looked like. Do you guys remember? I'm joking, I remember. So I started with a big square, and then I remember we have a secret passage on the side, right? With the wood and a door. There's the wood. Had to fix the door. And then I added and we're gonna spell Peekadoodle, which is P-E-E-K-A-D-O-O-D-L-E. I had to go back and fix the L because I did a lowercase L and I had to do an uppercase L. And then I put a doorknob on there, and then I couldn't find the green anywhere. peekadoodle is all done. And now I cut it. Again, pay attention to how I'm cutting. And I stop at the corner. I decided to start on the other side now. And stop and cut. And stop and cut. There it is. And now I put that paper to the side in case I needed it. And I taped peekadoodle onto the small black candle. So now I have SF Sue, the ice cream shop, the library, and now peekadoodle there. My town is really coming together, you guys. There it is. And now I decided to use some of the other paper that I didn't use, all the leftover, not those brand new papers, but these small papers that I didn't use before. And I made a car. Now the way that I made my car is, listen to this: line, 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 and then connect the lines. Did you guys see that? And I took the scissors and cut. Now pay attention to how I'm cutting. Cut and stop and cut, and I flipped and stopped cutting, and then I went and stop and cut and stop and turn, then cut and stop, turn, cut. Cut. Now the wheels were a little tough. Just try your very, very best. Remember, you can always just make your own wheels and then glue them on there, because cutting the wheels can be very tough, but I know you guys can do it. There is my tiny little heart car. So then I put all of my garbage to the side and put my car to the side. Now I used this piece of paper that was left over from one of my buildings. Then I cut it into a thinner strip. Then I took the blue color pencil and I colored it all in. There it is. And then I took the black marker and just added a couple of lines. Now the lines had to be a finger apart from each other. Do you guys see that? Oh, look at that. There's my road from one side. And then I took another strip that I had left over from another building. You see that one? So I wouldn't have to waste another piece of paper. I took that strip and I cut that part off. Then I cut the other part off. And then I took the blue color pencil and I colored and colored and colored and colored. There's Chase again, you guys. By the way, his leg is doing great. His cast is off. He's jumping everywhere and running. And then I added some more lines. And there's the other side of the road. Look at that. My town is coming together. The next thing that I did was I had some other paper left over and I decided to make a stop sign. Look at that. Stop is spelled S-T-O-P. And then I colored the stop sign red. And then I was very careful on how I cut my stop sign because I didn't I wanted it to make sure it looks like it's standing up, so I left, instead of cutting right on the black line, I left a little bit of white at the bottom where the pole is. Do you guys see that? And then I decided I would tape it onto the library so it looks like it's on the road, even though it's actually taped onto the library. There it is. There's my stop sign. And then I took my card, the card that I made, and I wanted it to look like it was driving on the road. So I took a piece of paper, and then I folded the piece of paper. I cut it a little bit, and then I took the tape and put tape on one side of the fold. And took a little bit more tape so I can actually tape that down onto the road. And ta-da! Now the very last thing that I did is I made sure I cleaned my mess, put the papers in the recycling bin, put my colors away. You always have to make sure you clean your mess, guys. You guys know that. And then I wanted to show you my finished town. Ta-da! Oh. Alright guys, now this is my town all finished. See if you guys can make a town in your house out of Legos, maybe of some other toys that you guys have, or you can make a paper town just like I did and see how it turns out. Bye guys, see you guys soon.